Jai Gurudev, in your last telling of the story of Sudama, we learned some more details about Krishna coming in disguise as the Brahman and determining that it was time that Sudama be delivered from his situation. If that was his intention, what was the leela that he let Rukmini stop him?
This is a nice question, actually. You have heard the story. I don't need to go through that story again. Actually, you see, when time comes, Bhagwan himself come to remind. No? He have given that promise in the Gita itself. You know? He come in many ways to remind what is the most important thing for life. Because you see, human being is like this. We have a problem that we forget. That is the biggest problem, actually. When good thing happen in our life, we forget about it. But bad thing happen, we keep it. When we look at the world itself, nowadays, what do we see? You know? We see the chaos, no? But the world there's beautiful things also happening into the world. Do we see that? Do we see the positive side of the world? We forget, no? Because it's more juicy to concentrate on the negative side of the world. No? So that's why Bhagwan have to come to remind that, okay, now it's time. You know, you know the story of Sudama, how he have suffered a lot, you know. But not a single time he have said it is God's fault. No. He accepted that happily. He accepted the day he ate that gram, no? That peas, you know. That moment itself, he accepted. No? But whatever come, I will always remember Bhagwan. So, but as he remember God, God also remember him. No? This is the beauty of bhakti. You know, we don't ask anything to God, but Bhagwan, he's ever graceful. You know, he's ever ready to pour out his grace without asking itself. Do we understand the mystery of God? No, we don't. We want to understand that which the Veda itself can't describe. How is that possible? Everybody claim, yes, we know better than the others. You know, we have to prove ourselves that yes, we are better. But in reality, to whom are you proving? At the end, you will leave everything here. You will go. You came empty-handed. You came without a name attached to you. And you will leave this world the same way. After you die, do you think that will bother Mother Nature? Do you think that will bother the whole world or the universe itself? No, nothing. As unknown you have been born, unknown you will go. And here, when you have life, you are attached to all your ego. You dance with the drama of the world. You know, you dance with the drama of the ego so much, but you forget. That's why I said this is the thing. You forget the reality. And Sudama didn't forget about that reality. His mind was fully absorbed on Krishna. He was not concerned about food. He was not concerned about his material things. How is our life? That is the portrait of Sudama. You know what we see. You know, Everybody knows that he's poor, he's miserable. But you are attached to your misery, no? Do you accept your life? Do you accept yourself? No. At the end, only one reality is, to build your relationship with God, to attain His grace, to live life fully. And that's what Sudama understood, that not when it was too late. He understood his life was centered upon Lord Krishna. We know we are on the path of devotion, we are on the spiritual path. We know. But also what comes with that knowing is also the ego there. Because very often we think that we are the savior of everybody else. No? But that is because people are so fearful. They are so scared, but they have to portray themselves like, yes, I am somebody. When we look at the life of all the saints, no, they didn't want to prove to anybody that they are somebody. If they were a nobody, they are happy. Because for them, that concentration was on Bhagwan himself, not on their ego identity, which they will live here. Our ego identity is attached so much to our name, fame, glory, what we have. We hold upon that. And then what happened? Somebody else will profit from that. You will leave everything. But those wise ones realize that not when they are dead already. They realize that when they're still alive, But these things, we'll drop it anyway. It will be taken away. Sooner or later, death will come, will take everything away. So why should I bother about that? I should bother about things which is the most important, which is Lord Krishna himself. As long as I have life, I focus upon him. I forge my relationship, I'm continuous remembering him. I don't become a foolish person which attach itself to everything else, which sooner or later will be gone. So Sudama knew that, But the most important thing is Krishna, not anything else. Even when he went to Dwarka, he met Lord Krishna, He didn't even bother to ask Krishna anything. But Bhagwan, why he called him, why he said, not to give him richness. What was the most important thing is that friendship that he had with him. And out of friendship, he gave everything. So your question was, why Rukmini stopped? Rukmini stopped the hand of Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Krishna, because the last part of it, the final part to attain Bhagwan, that is from us. It is not from, Bhagwan can't give that. We have to give ourselves willingly to him. He will happily throw himself, But we still have to, there's certain procedure, in life that we still have to go through. So Sudama also was the same, even if he was the dearest friend of Lord Krishna, but still there are certain things that he have to finish. That's why Rukmini Maharani stopped the hand of Bhagwan Krishna. Said, no, it's not time. Because that final reality will make him ascend to Vaikuntha. It was not time. He had to go back to his family, no? So, who will tell that story, what happened after? So that's why Rukmini Maharani, which is wise, she stopped the hand of Bhagavan Krishna. Anybody else?
Jigrudev Guruji. So when we take initiation, both as devotee or as brahmachari, like the motivation is because we want to deepen our relationship with God. We want to love more God and get to know Him more. But sometimes what happens is that as we progress, we become more and more focused on the associated duties, and our practices become more sometimes like a routine, and this feeling that was the base why we made this commitment, sometimes we lose our focus, and the focus is really on the day-to-day duties. So my question is, how maybe to avoid losing this focus in what made the commitment, and how to go back if this is the case?
Look, when you take a certain commitment in life, you should not firstly allow yourself to forget about it. You know? When we look at the life of all the saints from Maharashtra, for example, okay, they were householders. Yes or no? They had family, they had their wife, they had their children, they had their work. Did they stop loving God? Did they stop worshipping Him? Did they stop say, I don't have time, I have to look after my wife or my children or do my business? Or did they incorporate the outside world into their devotion life? Exactly. They didn't let go of anything. That's why I always say, you see, on the battlefield with Arjun, Bhagavan and Krishna didn't say to Arjun, you want to go? Let's pack up and go. No, he encouraged him to do his dharma as a warrior. Said, you will kill, you will go to hell. You run away, you will go to hell. But Bhagavan said, no. There is one thing you have to do. Do your dharma, but let your mind be upon me. It's easily, you see. This is the power of chanting the name of God. No matter what you're doing, wherever you are, remember Him. As much as the outside world you think it is important, your duty is important to do. But remember Him. And you are in an ashram. You have given your life willingly. Nobody have put a gun on your head and say, no, you have to give your life. No. Willingly you did it. Remember, remind yourself of that. Why did you do that? Every day you should remember that. Why did you take initiation? Why did you go on the spiritual path? Remind yourself of that. Because nobody has forced you to do that. Bhagavan came and forced you to do that? No, He didn't. He didn't stand there with a Sudarshan Chakra and say, you surrender to me, otherwise I sort you out. But that's what I said, you see, in the first question. We have a problem. We forget. We have Alzheimer. We think that we are fine, but we have Alzheimer. We forget the most important thing in life, I was listening. Somebody was telling a beautiful story. Two women was talking. These two persons, they are very much connected. They look at a person, they can read the person, and they can tell about the person, life and everything. They are, how you call this? No, not psychic. No, mind. No. NDAs, whatever you call this thing. I can't remember the name. So they were discussing between them. But the one thing they were discussing, said, what is life? We have lived this life, but what is this life? Then they were discussing about their reunion, when they meet after college, after university, they meet every 10 years. So the first reunion, they were all 28 years old. So all of them were boasting about their success in life, and talking about their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their husband, and how much wealth they have and what they are doing in life. They were 28 years old. And they were saying that it is like being in university in a steroid. So, the next 10 years when they meet again, they were 38. They were still, they were still very much concerned about their life, the progress in life, and everybody was, exhibiting themselves, showing what they have. When they were the third time they meet, 48, some of their family didn't work properly, their children have become already adolescent and they have already left the house, and they are having headache. Some of them are divorced, That was a concern at that time. When the fourth time they meet, they were 58. Being 58, life is not the same. They start talking about now 58 years old, the big house is no more important. What they are talking about is about they're getting old. Life have changed. Things that they think that was wonderful, important for them, they have changed. The next time they met, they were 68. And 68, when they met, only half of the people were there. They looked back, they realized, we are thankful that we are still here to see that. They know that there will be not another one. Some will be there, some will not be there. So they were talking and realizing that what is the most important thing, to come to a point where you're 68, to realize that now I want to drop everything. Now that when I'm 68, that I'm going to die, now I will forge my relationship with God. Then it's just too late. When your mindset have been focused completely into the world outside, your mind can't just change and turn to God just like that. When you sit in dhyan, the world will be there because you have concentrated fully upon the world itself. It would not be easy. When you have spent your whole life thinking, my children is important, my work is important, my life is important, everything else is important, apart from God, which is the most important, is not important. And this is a big mistake that human beings do. We value the most important thing the least. And we wait when we don't have time to start value Him. And then it becomes difficult. Because when you start to value Him, your mind will not be there for that. That mind which you trust so much which you have become so dependent upon, you have become such a slave to, it will not be there. Because the mind will dwell in the past. That's why when you still have time, don't waste that time. That precious moment, will not come back again. That life which God have given you, of course we believe in many lives, we believe in reincarnation, all this. But that precious moment, that is unique. That moment will not come. You may have many lives, but that moment itself, now, will not come again. That what you are living right now, it will not come again. It will be different, probably. But that moment here, you see, this is when you can achieve everything. But what you do, you value more everything else, but not that moment when you can enjoy Bhagwan. So think about it. What do you want truly in your life? It's not just, like I said, a devotee is not just somebody who just change their clothes, wear different colors clothes, or wear tilak on their forehead. No, it's not about that. A devotee is somebody who, the whole personality, your being itself, vibrate the grace of God. Your whole being itself, you don't need to talk, to say anything. You're just that, And that is how you become fully absorbed in Him. Because you see, it's not that difficult. Actually, nowadays, in this time, it's truly not that difficult. In spite of whatever you do in life, keep chanting, keep remembering. That nobody can do for you. You have to do that. Everybody want to transform the world, Everybody, all the foolish people are putting a flag. Yes, peace, peace, peace. Let's protest for this, let's do that, for changing the world. Actually, the real transformation is only you who can transform. You can transform yourself. The world will change. The world have changed already. When we look at the world itself, you see, take some years back, last century itself, France was always fighting with England. Europe, each country was fighting with each another. Now it's one European Union. Imagine this foolishness, people who have died that time, fighting, and now they will awake and say, my goodness, what have happened? And this is the thing, you see. You're wasting your time, in petty things. You're wasting your time thinking that will make you more important. No, it will not. Tomorrow you died, it will not make any difference for this world. Every day people dying. Do you think the sun stopped shining? Stop rising? Or the moon stopped going around? You think you are important? It's funny. I was sitting and reflecting upon, I was reflecting, human life, people think that, yes, we are so important. Of course we are important for Bhagwan. If you forge our relationship with God, we have rise, we have become inspiration for somebody in this world, even one person in this world, something have changed, you have done something with your life. But when you have not done anything good with your life, what inspiration, what kind of person are you? When you have not even, you think that, yes, you are very important. That's what I was saying, I always reflecting. Humans think that they are so important because they wear a clothes upon themselves, they live in a big house. Did you see the animal think like that? They also have life. The bird have life, the fish have life, the cow have life. Every animal have life. They are free. A bird come to you and sing. Do you think the bird need a title or a certificate? But look, I have sing for you so nicely. I need a certificate for it, a prize for it. No, the bird doesn't ask for a certificate or a prize. He just come to the branch and sing nicely and just fly away. Do you think when you go under the tree, the tree, when the tree gives its fruits, do you think you say, oh, this person can eat my fruit, that person can eat my fruit, or the other person can't eat my fruit? No, it gave it to everybody, freely. We put a title upon. We need time, we need this, we need that. But if I ask you one question, in all this, how many people have died not even knowing who they are? You think you know yourself. I'm telling you, no. Millions and billions of people have died before you, who claim they have known themselves. They were living life the same way as people do. They also have a job, they also have a family, they also, when they were first day in love, they were thinking, oh yes, great, nobody else have ever loved like I love. Where are they? The earth don't even remember them. They have become manure. So what you took from there, Bhagavan Krishna said, will stay here. But what have come from the divine, that's what you have to realize. Why you have given your life to him, does your life don't belong to him already? You think that you have given your life to him. Just like the story of Sudama, Bhagavan himself come to remind you about that importance of this life. You have not given, it is his. It don't belong to you. It belongs to him. Your personality, your name, fame, everything will disappear. Nobody will remember you. But if you have done something good, people will remember you. And when people remember you in that way, a certain blessing also will be there. I remember once we were talking with Dharmananda, who have contributed so nicely to the music. How many times do we remember him? Each time we hear his song. His bhajan, what he have wrote, But more than that, nobody remember. So like that, so many people think when they are alive, they are the most important. Learn from the animal, learn from nature. Dattatreya, Bhagavan Dattatreya, he have 24 guru. No? Who were they? They were a person? They were no person. They were nature itself. Learn always, you can learn each moment of your life. Somebody else always have something to teach you. But you have to put that in your mind that, yes, I can learn from everybody something new every day. Sitting there thinking that, yes, I know better than anybody else, will not lead you anywhere. That's why you see on the spiritual side, be inspired by the life of the saints, Learn from them. But at the same time, also learn from each another. There are some things that you don't know, somebody else know better than you. Learn from that. You will start to appreciate life. You will start to appreciate each moment as a grace of God. You will start to appreciate the beauty of this life itself. Otherwise, what kind of life do you want? You know? So, Jai Gurudev.